We'll be fine. All right, call the meeting to order. Pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Go ahead and do a short prayer for our invocation. Father God, thank you for this community, for this fire department and all that gets done, the lives that are saved, the people that are helped. And I just pray a special blessing on those volunteers, Justin and all those involved. Father, protect them, give them wisdom as they go out and as they serve our community. Again, thank you, Lord, for the wonderful provision of having this fire department and the people that serve. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, roll call. Me, I'm here. Paul, missing.
So I was going to say, just thoughts for Paul. He had back surgery.
Oh, we did.
And just think about it. Okay.
So, okay, Mark.
I'm here.
Okay, Bill.
I'm here.
James.
Don't know.
Okay, question mark. Steve Rhodes.
Here.
And Justin Fox.
Here.
Okay. Approval. Have you guys had a chance to look over the?
We didn't have minutes, and so I'm going to get him off the video.
Okay.
Paul had taken him, and he's kind of away right now. So
Okay.
well, and
So we'll have
I
those
believe
you
the
approve
public
next
back
month.
here, Patricia's going to take them for us tonight.
Okay. So we'll have those for next month to approve. Okay. Financial report.
You deposited $56,100.66.
Yep.
We wrote 13 checks, totaling $9,095.19. Our checking balance is $36,869 and a penny. We made $1.51 interest. And at this time we have, as of 31st, we had $177,545.75. And I have a motion to pay the bills.
I'll make that motion.
Okay. I can second it.
Oh,
All
go
right.
ahead.
Go ahead, Steve. Did you?
I just want to say that, so that we got finally we got the big refund back from Safer because of the government shutdowns and all that stuff. So we got $30,000 back.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let that go anymore like that. So I just put in one yesterday for $17,000. As they come now, I'm just gonna keep sending them because there's rumors there's gonna be more shutdowns.
Yeah.
There's not. There's not.
It's
So
supposed to be Friday,
I'm not-
maybe.
it's a lot more. It's really good to do it quarterly, kind of is kind of what they want to do. But if we do that, there's odds that we don't even get it for 6 months. So anyway, I just want to say that. And then we're kind of at the peak of our money right now. And if we keep that, just like we would be at the most, and if we keep that Safer thing going faster, we'll be really good. Tonight we're paying the biggest bills for the last one for the year, so big insurance bill, and that's it. So anyway, there you go.
So all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Motion carries. All right. Let me see here. Communications report.
Oh, he's not here.
There's one on the,
Oh, okay, that's right.
So, Facebook, website in January saw 7,073 total web page views. And in December, it saw 7,016 views. We got a little bit of an increase. I apologize for that. I haven't been on it as much. I've been kind of busy. I went to a week-long school, so I haven't had the posts that we typically do. Facebook is looking at 14,273 total views, 1,093 interactions, 8 new net follows, and in December it was 18,413, 715 interactions and 14 net follows. So we're seeing a steady increase in one area, but seeing decreases in other areas. But again, that was probably because I wasn't posting as much as I used to. Nextdoor.com has 544 total members, 1 new member in January, 382 claimed households, and all in all, we're seeing an increase over the social media, and hopefully with some of the new volunteers that we have coming in or coming back, they're more IT savvy than I am. So we should start seeing a few more post kind of issues.
Perfect. Great, thank you. That's great. Good report.
We're getting pretty popular.
We are. Very popular. Okay, any public comments? Okay, chief's report.
Yes. So for January, fairly slow as far as calls go. We had 15 total, 7 medical, 1 motor vehicle accident, 2 false alarms, 2 hazardous conditions, or illegal burns. We're having some, the illegal burn things we're having people burning trash, and you can't burn trash, that's just, you never can, and you never will, so. We get a phone call, then I'll go out, and if it's a repeat person, we'll refer them to DEQ. If they're agreeable and we put it out, I give them 1 warning, but that's about it. Usually it's some some odd hour of the day, and it's just a pain to go out and say, hey, you can't burn your garbage. 1 lift assist. We had 1 water rescue. I want to talk about that. It's probably the first water rescue we've ever had that I know of up here, and it was actually a righteous water rescue up here in Morgan Creek, up along Coos Bay Wagon Road. A guy that lives up on Buzz Mountain got down into the creek, got hypothermic, and was in the creek.
Is that the one that went through is that the one that went through the guardrail?
No.
No.
He's got some mental issues and stuff over the years, and he ended up in that creek, and they caught him down at, there's a house down there, it's got a bridge across the river, and somebody saw him go in the water, and then they found him down there, and we got there, and we were kind of trying to hold off, because there's an official county water policy and all this kind of stuff, but we carry minimal equipment for our safety, on-shore safety, and we were there for a couple minutes, and he was going under, we went underwater, so we went back. And he lived. They intubated him, and he was in the hospital in ICU for a couple days, and he lived, and he's back up in his house. So, one of our, we're going to call Maxon, is he a volunteer now, or is he a student? What is he?
Student volunteer?
Student volunteer. He was one of our cadets, and he's going to UCC now, so we both had vests on because we were along this water side, and I said, send him out with a rope. And he actually hit the guy with the throw rope, and he couldn't. He was so hypothermic, he couldn't move his arms from that. He was laying down. So he went across, like chest deep, waist chest deep on the side of the river we were on. I went out and grabbed him, pulled him back. We got him out, got him in the ambulance, and got him in the hospital. And he lived. A miracle.
Awesome.
They don't, usually those aren't very successful when you live, so it's good. Training included, we had safety officer meeting the first week, the SCBA check night, and all the equipment night like we do. Our new volunteers, Justin and Rich Shitwood, that used to be our guy, one of our guys here, and now he's working for Clyde and North Douglas. They did a CPR class up at Clyde for new volunteers. We had the Champaign Creek Medical Standby where we went up and stood by for their Jeep. It was a poker run, but they're just extreme Jeeping up there. And then as a kind of a fundraiser with United Way and stuff, we actually ended up giving money back, but we were hosting off another for Jeeps as they came by with a tender. Melrose Station 3 drill night, we did our bread and butter, they call, where we attacked the building. Really good with all these new kids we got. We got a fire academy going on at 10 Mile, and we have 2 in there, I think. 3. Who's the third one? Bodie's in it too? Okay. Bodie, Michael Landry, and Anthony Schneider. CPR code EMS training night, we had one night. The EMS practical skills, we had one night, which was really cool because all of our EMTs, Justin was at that class up north, and I was doing paperwork, so we turned it back on our EMT firefighters, and they were the instructors that night. They were really good. They had like 6 or 7 stations, and did a lot of good work, so kind of happy to see those guys stepping up. And then we had the support academy at Glide. That's that new level of firefighter. If you're not going to go in and crawl around in the building and stuff, they're doing, basically you do all of the book work and all the stuff that you would do outside on a fire. So it's, which there's a lot of work to do on fires. Firefighters, I gotta keep up with the total number. We were talking the other day, I think we're over 20 recruits, right, since we started, or you started with the safer thing?
22 recruits.
22 recruits.
Not all of them firefighter though.
Yeah, and some come and some go, but they're either learning, they're support, they're working towards firefighter. We got cadets that he's recruiting, so it's really going along. We got a professional technical rescue instructor that signed up with us, brought him in. We just got him affiliated with us the other day, so we'll be able to do some more classes here that we wouldn't have been able to do. We got a couple new candidates that are DFPA firefighters that came in the last couple of weeks. We got firefighters going to EMR Glide. We got Fire Academy at 10 Mile. We got firefighters in the EMT class at UCC. We got people all over the place. And half of the classes, it seems like Justin's the instructor, so it's our ace in the hole, I guess. Equipment, four-wheel drive on 1070 is still out. I just totally missed that one this month, being a bit kind of busy. So everything else on the vehicle seems to be going good. I think we haven't been breaking down or anything. It's a miracle. New monitor has arrived. Oh, right there. So that's the new Zoll monitor. So we got the same monitors as the ambulances and the medics have. So we can do a lot more on scene. And one of the best things about that is that all the parts, the expensive parts, the pads, and everything else are interchangeable with the ambulance. So when they come in and transfer the patient over, we can get those parts instead of having to buy them ourselves. And
So if you use ours, they just plug their unit into ours,
yeah.
and then they can replace ours then.
Yep. And then also, right now with our AEDs that we have for defibrillation, every time you use them, you gotta buy pads and batteries. It's like $330 or $340 or something. So this is really it's just gonna save us money. It's not that often that it happens, but it saves us money. So. And I think it's a much more quality way of doing things. So. That came on the grant, just to remind everybody, with Seven Feathers, Cow Creek Tribe, and also Ford Foundation here in Roseburg. And we just got paid that bill this week. So. The only other thing with the facility is we had a shower in the bathroom. We had it there for a long time. And when we did the seismic retrofit, we found out that the reason there wasn't hot water in there was because the line had been blocked off in the ceiling years ago or something as they did the demo. So I'm gonna get some bids to see. It'd be really easy to plumb and everything because the water heater's right next to it, and bring the lines down through and get that functional because, we already have an eye wash station outside, but if somebody gets into something here. For example, Maxon, when he was in the water, we sent him to the hospital with the ambulance. First of all, to warm him up, but secondly, to decon him because I don't know. The water up here is either 2,4-D from the forests or who knows what, animal manure, everything else is in that creek. So if we have a shower here, we can get people showered down here. So I'm gonna try to get that thing working again. We're working on electrical for the AFG grant for new engine. I talked about it last month. We're looking at one that's about $700,000, and our cost will be at 10%. Actually, it'll be less than that. It'll be a 5% match of $700,000 if we get it. All the data is done, and I've been submitting stuff to grant writers. It was supposed to come out in December, open. The NOFO is a Notice of Funding Opportunity. It has all the book and all the rules. And that was supposed to come out in December. It hasn't made it yet, but they expected it in January, didn't make it. So now they're expecting it in February. Had a lot to do with the shutdown. The insurance invoice, you guys just signed it, $17,000 for this year. They had estimated with rates and stuff it's going to be 12 to 17% more, and it was going to be like $21,000. And that's what we budgeted for. So we're actually $4,000 underneath the budget, which actually helps because this year was the first year we kind of had a negative thing going, and now we're back to where we should be. We'll be even at least. The audit process is still going on. Hampton and Associates just keep on going, plugging away on that. Website, Justin's been keeping that up. I know he was, like he said, he was gone this month, but if you go on that website, there's stuff all over the place. It's pretty cool, good stuff. got the big safer reimbursement, have a new one in. Communications grant we got, that was an $88,000 grant for radios. We had paid a 10% match, we already did. And the radios are at Glide, we're not sure why they're still at Glide. I guess maybe they're gonna program them or something, nobody knows. But they are there, so we know that they're in the county somewhere. And they're, what were those things a piece? We're getting 12 for $88,000, so.
They're like
Seven.
12,000,
That piece, yes.
8,000 a piece,
Yeah,
sorry.
that's 7 something a piece, yeah, 7 or 8,000 a piece. They're dual band. The whole idea they went with that, when this got approved, I was trying to get a hold of them because the money that we got approved for was for dual band radios, because that's when the county was switching and nobody knew what band we were gonna be on. And we were getting brought along. Now they decided they're gonna leave us with the VHF and the police are going to UHF, so we would have never had to get these dual band radios, and we could have got less expensive radios, maybe $2,000 a piece or something. We could have got like, instead of 10, we could have got 40. But the way the grant was written, that's what you get. If you write that grant, that's what you're getting. You can't mess with the money. So. The safer grant, we're about halfway through it. We spent about 200 out of the 417 so far. A couple things are going on is I'm going to try to resubmit it next year so that we keep a seamless thing going on with a recruitment and coordinator here, and maybe increase a little bit, try to get another person, and then the benefits and everything. Did all the required reports, they're required every year at the end of the year, financial and progress. They're actually required every 6 months, but that was a year anyway. One thing I'm in the middle of is when you make a submission, you can always also do an amendment. So we're looking at reallocating some of the funds that we had identified before to going back more to PPE, uniforms and that kind of stuff. For example, newsprint media, just between us and Glide, they're putting articles in well, they were in the news review, now there's no news review either. So we had budgeted a couple $1,000 for newsprint and that kind of stuff, and it didn't work. There's nothing going on there. Our best luck has been on the website, the Facebook, the Nextdoor Plus. Basically, it's the outreach of Justin working at the schools and going to the training classes and stuff. So we're going to reallocate some of those. And they're pretty good about it as long as you just do the right thing. Director Reardon's being out for a little bit of a medical issue. Hopefully he's going to come back. We got personally one of our volunteers took personal leave due to family issues. We had a pretty bad tragedy a few months back, and then one volunteer is taking medical leave and probably could possibly resign. I just added this at the end, but the appreciation for Justin, what he's been doing, and what these kids and students have been doing around here is amazing. If you come here on Thursday night now, it's like, that's a full house upstairs. There's going to be nights we're not going to have no seats, or else we have to bring them in from outside. And if you guys come around here during the day, there's always cars here, because the students from the college and the EMT classes and stuff, they're coming in here and staying and studying here. So they're covering the station basically for free. Well, not for free, because we're able to use the SAFER grant to pay their tuition on some of the classes and all that stuff, especially for the retaining some of the other folks. But then we also this month filled our first scholarship candidates going to the first term at UCC. It was $3,200 for the term for fire science and then his general education classes. So that's pretty cool. I think we're going to reallocate a little bit better. We were originally going to do 2 full $19,000 scholarships, and it looks like we're going to break them down more into 4 or 5 partial scholarships, or $1,000 scholarships or something. I mean, 10,000 and 9,000 or something. So anyway, it's just amazing the spirit and morale these kids have, and they're busting their rear ends out there and doing a lot of good work. And shoot, man, the 2 kids are doing Fire Academy and EMR at the same time, and then these other guys are doing Fire Academy and EMT at the same time. It's a lot of work what they're trying to pull off, and they're doing it, so. And it's just gonna benefit us. Yeah. That's it.
Perfect, thanks Steve, thanks Justin. Well, that wasn't in the report, but most of our tax
That's
revenues
supposed
at
to
the
be in,
end.
yeah. The next
Okay.
one is station heating,
Yep.
that's been in and done and it works great.
Okay, FEMA Communications Grant,
Got that, yeah.
already talked about that, investment, Oregon program.
I think, we're about ready to pull that up. I'm gonna, work on that this month, to get through the forms and stuff, because we got that money back and we should get this other money back.
So we'll have enough.
So I think we'll be comfortable splitting
Okay.
a big chunk of our money out.
Okay, perfect. New business, 2026 insurance payment, have that, and that was in your report, I
Yeah.
believe. The cardiac monitor, what we have, we talked about that. AFG grant submission for the engine, went over that. Upcoming events and training.
I'll let him talk a little bit
Okay.
here just about that. Safer firefighters, talked about that. Budget, just thinking, I'm thinking out about March or so, here we go again. So,
Yeah, it is.
but we're halfway through the year, right now, we're financially pretty good, now we've got the money back to $15 million now. You got upcoming stuff, man, I don't know if there's so much stuff going on, I can't even figure it out anymore.
So we're gonna be helping Lookingglass Grange with their bingo night.
Yeah.
One of the things that we're gonna throw on, and I haven't even told Chief this yet, but he approved it. I finally have my 2025 BLS, AHA BLS curriculum, so now I can start teaching in-house again. So now that I have that, one of the things that I'll do is I'll do like a couple silent auctions of BLS certification or first aid CPR certification.
Yeah.
And then we have a few of our volunteers that have offered to give donations for the silent auction and the dessert auction. We're doing the Fire Academy at 10 Mile, that's Fridays and Saturdays. EMR is Sundays. We have a Recruit Hippo employee that has been working here. He's already over 50 hours in now. Unfortunately, he just was sick, so he missed a few weeks. He had that bad virus, and then he ended up, something got into his well water, so we had that issue too. So he hasn't had a good couple of weeks. Today was his first day back, and of course he came in we had UCC Fire Science Program was here. It was supposed to be an extrication class. The group is so big that they actually split them up, and while one group was waiting, they started donning gear and throwing ladders and tying knots and doing SCBA donning and just pulling pre-connects and all that fun stuff. It was really great seeing. Next week is going to be their live fire out at Melrose Station 3, which they've asked for us to help with that as well, so I'll be out there during that day. Unfortunately, my schedule is just getting too busy that I have actually turned in my letter that I won't be teaching EMT at RHS following this term. This is my last term doing it, so things are going to slow down a little bit for me.
Yeah.
It'll just get filled with something else. But June 27th is a big one that I'm going to need the board's help with. The Grange has already agreed that they're going to come over and help us as well. Open house here. So we're going to finish getting the station set up and ready to go, back in order. I'm going to try to get Reach here and have their helicopter down here. I'm going to try to get UVA out here, try to get Central Douglas out here. All of our counterparts that we work with, 10 Mile, KMS, all of them. Winston PD, Douglas Sheriffs, or Douglas County Sheriffs, and I'm gonna reach out to Firewise. There was some requests to get Firewise stuff out here, so I'm gonna try to get a representative from them. Something simple like hot dogs or hamburgers. I've even had some requests of like pulled pork. So that way it's cheap, it's fast, it's easy kind of a thing. Not really sure yet, but we have a day this year. So it'll be our 61-year anniversary plus 62.
64, it's gonna be 62 then.
62, yeah, 62-year anniversary, which is actually the 24th, but 27th is a Saturday, so it puts it on the weekend. couldn't do it the weekend before because that's actually Father's Day, so we were trying to stay away from that. Yeah, we're just cooking along.
In April or May, we're picking a date to do our annual school thing too.
Yep.
Oh, we didn't do that last year, did we? I can't remember now. But anyway. So we'll do an afternoon over there with we have a bunch of stations where they can participate in one about fire safety play and all that kind of stuff. So we gotta pick that one.
The poll went out on GroupMe, and it's due Friday. People would have a chance, but as of right now, it's looking like, I thought it was April.
The one thing he mentioned was recruit HIPPO. I don't know if you guys remember during the summer we had a couple cadets that were doing that, but it's a state-funded program where they pay them for 100 and how many hours?
160 hours.
160 hours. They pay them wages to become an intern basically, so they can come here. So we have the one just being a firefighter trainee basically here. So it's pretty cool. The kids. They don't have jobs or something, they can come in here and actually make money while they're learning a career, and the state funds it, so it's not out of our pocket, so it's been, I don't know if anybody around here besides us takes advantage of it like that. I know that Justin's been trying to push it countywide, I don't know, because people just don't care or what, but there's a little bit of effort to it to get it, but it's a great opportunity for the kids.
I think that's the biggest thing about it, is it takes some effort to put it together, and then it takes some people wanting to do it. Like, one of the things that I'm trying to push is a countywide fire academy that would basically get recruits from all corners of the county, and they have a representative from each corner of the county, and then they all get together and we do a fire academy. That way it's one academy, the people that are going through it are getting paid to go through it. That's one of our hardest things right now is, everybody that's volunteering their time, they volunteer their time. I have some people that spend hours here, and I actually have to physically tell them, like, go home. Go home and actually be with your family, and then I have ones that, they do what they can. So, that I'm trying to get it to where hopefully we can get an influx of firefighters in Douglas County. My goal is by the end of 2027, start shift work, so that way it helps people. And then at the same time, I would like to see Lookingglass be kind of one of those stepping stones. I know I don't like the turnaround, but at the same time, if I have big departments that want to scalp our people and want our people to go to them, I look at that as an advantage.
Sure.
It puts a feather in our cap.
Yeah, we got kids all over the state now.
Okay.
Shoot from all the way up Clackamas and everywhere. One of them just got picked up the other day, Tyler at Walport, as a driver. So, there was one, and that recruit HIPPO we used it for cadets and youngsters, but I think they go up to 24 now or
Yep,
something.
16 to 24.
24 years old, so some of the younger kids are still students and stuff. Can get some
Get involved in it. It's great. It's great. Well, thanks. Thanks for all your hard work. Thanks for all you do, because it definitely benefits our community. So, yeah, it's awesome. Takes a long time to get that groundwork laid. President's report, I have nothing to report. Any directors' reports? Board member reports or comments? Any public comments? Okay, next board meeting is March 11th, 2026. Do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Make that motion.
And second?
Okay, meeting adjourned. What time are we? I guess I can look at my 7 here.
And